Hey, science explorers! Welcome back to Funimation 3D, the coolest place where we discover all the amazing things in science and beyond. I'm your host, and today we're exploring something you do every moment of your life: breathing. Have you ever wondered how air gets into your body, where it goes, and how it helps you stay alive? Take a big breath in, and let's begin. Wow, your body just did something incredible. That breath you took was like flipping on a power switch for billions of tiny cells inside you. Every time you breathe in, you bring in oxygen, and oxygen is like the fuel that helps your body run. Kind of like how a car needs gas, but your body needs air. And every time you breathe out, you send away a waste gas called carbon dioxide. On screen, we see a quick animation of a busy city inside the body lighting up when oxygen arrives, then relaxing when carbon dioxide leaves. You're basically running a life support system all day long, without even thinking about it. The respiratory system is the team of body parts that helps you breathe and trade gases, bringing oxygen in and sending carbon dioxide out. And it works with another super important team: your blood and your heart. The respiratory system gets oxygen into your body, and your blood delivers it to every place that needs it: your brain, your muscles, your fingers, your toes, even your blinking eyes. That's why breathing matters so much. Without oxygen, your cells can't make enough energy. With oxygen, your body can move, learn, play, and grow. Now let's follow the path of air, like we're tiny explorers sliding along an air highway. Imagine you're about to travel through a system of air tunnels. First stop, your nose or mouth. When you breathe in, air enters through your nose or mouth and then moves into your throat, which is like a shared hallway for air and food. From there, air goes into a special tube called the trachea, also known as the windpipe. Picture this. The trachea is like a sturdy straw with firm rings around it so it doesn't squish closed. On screen, we see a cartoon windpipe straw that stays open even when the neck moves. Next, the trachea splits into two big branches called bronchi. One goes into the left lung and one goes into the right lung. Bronchi is just a word that means big air branches. Then those bronchi split into smaller and smaller branches called bronchioles. If bronchi are like big tree branches, bronchioles are like tiny twigs. They keep dividing and dividing, spreading air through the lungs. Finally, at the ends of the tiniest bronchioles, air reaches the alveoli. Alveoli are tiny air sacs. Think of them like microscopic bubbles or little balloon clusters. Before we zoom into the lungs, let's give credit to the nose. Your nose is not just for smelling cookies and flowers. It's also like a smart air prep machine. It filters, warms, and moistens the air you breathe. Filters means it catches stuff you don't want in your lungs, like dust and pollen, using tiny hairs and sticky mucus. Warms means it heats the air a little so your lungs don't get blasted with cold air. And moistens means it adds water vapor so the air isn't too dry. Imagine breathing in winter air that feels sharp and cold. Your nose helps soften that air before it goes deeper. On screen, we see a playful air checkpoint inside the nose where dust gets stopped and clean air goes through. Now, your lungs. Picture two big soft sponges inside your chest. They're not empty bags like party balloons. They're more like squishy sponge gardens full of tiny spaces where air can spread out. When you inhale, your lungs expand and fill with air. When you exhale, they shrink as air leaves. And inside those lungs is the branching tunnel system we talked about. Trachea to bronchi to bronchioles, like an upside-down tree growing inside your chest. Here comes the coolest part. The alveoli, the tiny bubbles where gas exchange happens. Gas exchange is a fancy phrase, but it just means trading gases. Oxygen goes into the blood and carbon dioxide comes out. How does that trade happen? The walls of the alveoli are super thin, so thin that oxygen can slip through into nearby blood vessels. Wrapped around the alveoli are tiny blood vessels called capillaries. Capillaries are like tiny roads for blood, and they're so small that red blood cells have to squeeze through in a line. On screen, we see a close-up. Little bubble sacs with a net of capillaries hugging them like a cozy blanket. When you inhale, oxygen fills the alveoli, Then, oxygen moves through the thin alveoli wall into the blood in those capillaries. At the same time, carbon dioxide moves the opposite way, from the blood into the alveoli, so you can breathe it out. It's like a quick swap at a tiny trading post. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. Your red blood cells pick up oxygen and carry it through your body, and your body cells use that oxygen to make energy. Then, your cells produce carbon dioxide as waste, and your blood brings that waste back to your lungs to be exhaled. Smooth teamwork. But wait, how do your lungs actually move air in and out? They don't have little muscles that squeeze like hands. They rely on a powerful helper under them, the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a big, strong muscle shaped like a dome, sitting under your lungs. Imagine a trampoline under your lungs. When the diaphragm moves down, it makes more space in your chest, and your lungs expand like balloons. That pulls air in. Inhale. When the diaphragm relaxes and moves back up, there's less space, so your lungs shrink and push air out. Exhale. Picture this: a bottle with a balloon inside it and a stretchy rubber sheet at the bottom. Pull the sheet down, the balloon inflates. Push it up, the balloon deflates. Your diaphragm does something like that, just way more smoothly and automatically. Now let's compare breathing when you're resting versus after you've been running around. When you're sitting quietly, your muscles don't need as much oxygen, so your breathing is slower and calmer. But when you run, jump, or play hard, your muscles demand more energy, and to make more energy, they need more oxygen. So you start breathing faster and deeper. Your heart also pumps faster to deliver oxygen-rich blood to your working muscles. On screen, we see a kid-shaped outline with a speed meter for breathing and heartbeat rising during running, then settling down during rest. That heavy breathing after exercise is your body being smart, not your body being out of control. It's your system catching up, delivering oxygen, and clearing out extra carbon dioxide. Here are some simple ways to help your lungs stay happy and strong in everyday kid life. Good posture can help because when you sit or stand tall, your lungs have more room to expand, like giving a sponge more space to open up. Regular movement helps too, because exercise trains your breathing system and your heart system like a friendly workout for your whole body. Drinking water helps keep the airways comfortable, kind of like keeping the inside of your body from getting too dry. Washing your hands helps because it can reduce the spread of germs that might irritate your throat and airways. And avoiding smoke is important because smoke can bother the lungs and make breathing feel harder. Clean air is a better deal for your respiratory system. None of this is about being perfect, just small habits that support the amazing breathing machine you already have. All right, time for a quick recap game. Question 1. What's the name of the main air tube that carries air down from your throat? Trachea or telescope? Question 2. Where does the oxygen and carbon dioxide swap happen? Inside the alveoli bubbles or inside your toenails? Question 3. When you inhale, does the diaphragm move down or up? If you answered trachea, alveoli, and down, you just nailed the respiratory system basics. So the next time you take a breath, remember the whole journey. Air enters through your nose or mouth, travels through the throat, slides down the trachea, splits into bronchi, branches into bronchioles, and reaches the alveoli, tiny bubble rooms where oxygen hops into your blood and carbon dioxide hops out. Your diaphragm makes the space changes that pull air in and push it out, and all of it works together to keep you powered, moving, thinking, laughing, and living. On screen, we see one last fast air journey animation, like a roller coaster ride through the lungs, ending with a sparkling oxygen delivery to the body. Like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Funimation 3D. Keep exploring and keep breathing strong.